Welcome back. We are continuing our coverage of the Oklahoma City Thunder and their Game 2 win against the Pacers. It's a big comeback tonight, 123-107. Cayden and Dan are live at the Paycom Center tonight to break down all of those Game 2 highlights. Hey, guys.
Naomi, thank you very much. Now that is more like it, Dan. The Thunder defeating Indiana 123-107. This is the Thunder team we had seen all season long, able to build a lead and then ride the waves of momentum from this crowd, extend a lead. They did it early. It was incredible intensity and focus really start to finish in this game. They absolutely had to have.
Mark Daigneault was just talking about the team, and he said they were the aggressor, even when they had the lead. That's something what we've seen, like you said, that's what we've seen them do all year long. They never take their foot off the gas. Got a little lackadaisical there in Game 1, able to finish the job here in Game 2.
All right, hopefully we are showing you some of the highlights. We'll start, of course, in the first quarter. It was back and forth for most of the first quarter. In fact, Indiana had a lead for 1 minute and 53 seconds, which is about 1 minute and 53 seconds longer than they had the lead in that Game 1 win. End of the quarter, though, Chet Holmgren gets it going after scoring just 6 points in Game 1, 7 straight points to end the quarter. Thunder goes up 26-20.
He said about his game, there's a magnifying glass in one-point games. Everything he could have done wrong. He said it was time to push that to the side, focus on this game, and it was clear that he was back to the Chet we're used to seeing.
Not many assists in Game 1, only 13. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander taking a lot of shots. More balanced scoring effort here. 9 players score in the first 12 minutes, 30 seconds. With SGA off the floor taking his second quarter rest, the Thunder actually wins those minutes 16-7. Aaron Wiggins was really good tonight.
He was huge, and we've been waiting for him. He's had a very calm playoffs after, scoring 40 points down the stretch in the regular season. It was good to see him go off for 20 points, is that right? 5 3-pointers?
18 points for Wiggins, 5 3-pointers.
And some big shots when they needed it most.
Here comes that big run finally. 19-2 was the run in the second quarter as they extend this lead. It was an 18-point lead at the half. And Dan, you wondered in the third quarter as Indiana really came out and played with some force, started to finally score, would the Thunder be able to hold them off, maintain that focus? They certainly did.
They didn't score 50 points until halfway through the third quarter again. That's the same thing that happened in Game 1. But as you mentioned, the Thunder were able to keep them at an arm's reach. They answered runs. They knew Indiana was going to go on one, and they followed with one of their own.
Alex Caruso was terrific in that third quarter. He scores 20 points. How good is Alex Caruso at playoff time? After scoring only 41 in the first half, Indiana puts up 33 in the third, but OKC puts up 34. Then in the fourth quarter, they get to pile it on, and this crowd gets to relish the Thunder's first finals win in 13 years, 123-107 the final. SGA scores 34. How about that quintet? SGA, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Alex Caruso, Aaron Wiggins combined to score 106 of the 123 points. Best players on this team stepped up and played like it.
You want your big three to do what they did, scoring 68 points, but you need some production from the bench. Alex Caruso has been a rock for them in the playoffs. You know he's going to put points on the board, but where else were they going to get contributions from? That's why Andrew Wiggins was there on the big boy set talking to the big boys at National.
It was no disrespect to Indiana. Tip of the cap for what they did in Game 1. That was a masterclass down the stretch in the fourth quarter. But this Thunder team won 68 games in the regular season for a reason. No team had ever lost the first 2 games of an NBA Finals at home and come back to win the series. The Thunder was facing that tonight. They were all business.
So they still got a shot at the title.
123-107 is the result. For Dan, Cayden, that's it for sports. Thunder evens his series 1-1. Game 3 coming this week.